and welcome to the Aflac Cup Series Season 12. Ladies and gentlemen, it's back. The long-awaited return to the circuit for the Aflac Cup. A new season with a lot of new faces begins today at the Colon Motor Speedway. We will check out those drivers to watch for this afternoon. Erik Jones is the Aflac 200 pole winner, looking to get a nice hot start to the season with a new team in Richard Petty Motorsports. Chase Briscoe, this is his first Aflac Cup Series race. There's a lot of them in this field, like the guy next to him, Tyler Reddick, and also Ross Chastain. We'll see how those guys do today. William Byron, last time we were out here, he got turned by Kyle Busch on the last lap. He's looking for redemption today in the Aflac 200, and he's got a really good hot rod, possibly one of the favorites in the garage. But the favorite today is Denny Hamlin, who is fastest in practice and looking to kick off and win his second Aflac 200 this afternoon. Want to thank Altitude Graphics for always providing great graphics for us, and also Spoiler Diecast, where you can shop for NASCAR diecast. You can use code ACS12 at checkout. Now, let's go trackside for the command. Drivers, start your engines! And there it is, the long-awaited roar to life as Erik Jones and William Byron lead them down for 12 laps today in the Aflac 200. Like we mentioned before, on the pole is Erik Jones, and to his outside, William Byron. Christopher Bell and Kyle Larson fill out row 2, two dirt specialists. Row 3, we find Denny Hamlin and Big Bad Brad Keselowski in the new team for Roush Fenway. Tyler Reddick and Chase Briscoe making their first Aflac Cup Series starts, and Joey Logano alongside the menace Ross Chastain. Austin Cindric making his first start next to Chris Buescher. And then there's Chase Elliott and Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace on a new team for Season 12. Aric Almirola next to Ty Dillon. And then Harrison Burton making his first start as well. It's outside Kyle Busch. Bowman the Showman next to Corey LaJoie in row 10. And row 11 we find Ryan Blaney and Kurt Busch on a new team. Row 12 is Noah Gragson and Daniel Suarez. Kevin Harvick next to Martin Truex Jr. Cole Custer alongside Josh Bilicki. And then row 15, Austin Dillon and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And then rounding the field in row 16 is Kaz Grala. Today we have 12 laps, that's 12 miles. It's a hot one today on the racetrack, not too hot in the atmosphere. And then our previous winner, as mentioned before, was Kyle Busch, the last Aflac 200 winner. All right, here we go. We're ready. Erik Jones, William Byron, lead him to the line, and we are green at the Colon Motor Speedway. Byron on the hop already. He's to the race lead as they cycle through turns 1 and 2. Looks like everybody's keeping it clean so far. Byron is going to lead lap 1 with his new teammate, Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson, the Season 10 champion, had to sit out in Season 11 due to a penalty. He was suspended. Now he looks for the race lead. Oh, and Byron shuts the door. Larson didn't want to take him out, and he slammed on the brakes. Larson loses 3-4 positions, and now he's being hounded by Ross Chastain. Trackhouse making its debut in the Aflac Cup Series with Ross and Daniel Suarez, and they're off to a great start. Byron extending his lead now over second place, Christopher Bell, and third place, Denny Hamlin. Pole sitter Erik Jones running in the top 5 still, running strong. Oh, we got some contact in the back of the field as Kevin Harvick. Cole Custer goes around. Truex looks like he got a nose in there. Possibly Ty Dillon as well. Harvick looks like he got the worst of it. Into the outside wall. Spun by his own teammate, Cole Custer. Not sure what Cole was doing here. Gets to Harvick's inside. Oh, that is unfortunate for Mr. Kevin Harvick and his final Aflac Cup Series season. Not off to a great start. Looks like Noah Gragson got in there. There's Truex hitting Custer at the end. And Ty Dillon involved as well. Right there, Gragson gets into Ty Dillon, pushes Dillon up the track. And I believe Ty Dillon has a broken toe link out of this crash. Something that is a problem with these new race cars. Truex is able to continue on. He's getting repairs on pit road. Harvick has the hook, and so does his teammate Cole Custer. Gragson was also involved, but he is able to continue. Now here's a replay of Kyle Larson going for the race lead, I believe on lap 3. And Byron just shuts the door. Pretty smart by Larson there not to force the issue on lap 3. Possibly take out both Hendrick cars. Byron should have definitely gave him more room. Larson had the nose. But we continue on. Larson sits in 5th now with Byron still in the race lead. Green flag back in the air. It's Byron and Bell. Ooh, look at Ryan Blaney make it 4 wide into turn 1. Blaney making up a lot of spots here, trying to get to the inside of Chase Elliott. Meanwhile, Denny Hamlin going for the race lead on William Byron. He goes up high and takes the lead, but kind of goes in too hot into turn 3. Byron gets into him. That opens the door for Kyle Larson. But there's the crossover. Hamlin back underneath Larson for the race lead. Denny Hamlin back to the points. All of a sudden, up to 2nd place, and the number 1 is Ross Chastain. And Chase Briscoe's up to 3rd. Chastain all over the back bumper of Denny Hamlin. Those two are great friends on the track. Total sarcasm there. But here comes Chastain. Oh, he gets into him. Pushes Briscoe through the grass. They bump and bang down the backstretch. Chastain and Hamlin both into the wall. Hamlin gets spun out by Elliott. Hard crash on the front stretch. Blaney involved. Looks like Kyle Busch got a nose in there as well. Bell may have been a little contact. And that mess. Caution is out. Denny Hamlin definitely looked like he had a broken toe link and was trying to get to pit road. And Chase Elliott was there. And Chase Elliott just gets into the back of him, turns him around. Nowhere for Blaney and Kyle Busch to go. Christopher Bell snakes by. But there's the contact for Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott does have a little damage, but not enough to make him come down pit road. These cars are actually pretty durable, but at the same time, they are super weak in some areas, especially like that for Denny Hamlin, who got a broken toe link out of that one. So Ross Chastain and Denny Hamlin are at it again in the Aflac Cup Series. So Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, all involved in this one. You can also loop Ross Chastain in there. What a moment of events. Once again, Elliott is able to continue on, but there's Ross right there. We're going to check out him and Denny Hamlin making contact coming off of turn 2. Oh, Hamlin just is using that high lane. Gets a good run, but Ross was there. In Ross's defense, then they go make contact on the backstretch. Chastain into the wall just a little bit, along with Denny Hamlin. But we continue on. Hamlin's out. Chastain still in. 2 laps to go for the Aflac 200. Kyle Larson versus William Byron. Oh, Byron gets a strong push from Chastain on the outside. William Byron back to the point. Through 3 and 4, coming to the white flag. Larson, is he going to put the bumper to him? Yes, he does. He moves Byron, and then he gets spun out by Briscoe. Briscoe and Chastain now fight for the win. Chastain locks him up, and Briscoe's going to come off of turn 4 and win in his first career Aflac Cup Series start. What a finish and what a start to season 12. There's Kyle Larson, making it across the line at the end. And here it is. Good move by Larson here. Didn't really take out his teammate, just kind of moved him. But Briscoe was there. Same thing that kind of happened to Denny Hamlin, just not as dramatic. Yeah, Briscoe's there. Larson just came right across Briscoe's nose there. And Chastain and Briscoe battled it out for the win. And Briscoe got it done today in the Aflac 200. And he is a winner in the Aflac Cup Series. How about that for Chase Briscoe in a season where there's no playoffs, so wins matter most. Wins get 60 points, and here's Chastain going for those 60 points. Doesn't quite get it. So wins mean everything in the Aflac Cup Series this year, worth a lot of points. As you see, 60 points go to the race winner, 45 points go to second, 40 to third, 35 to fourth, 30 to fifth, and then 25 points is 10th. That will be adjusted depending on how many drivers are in. As you see, Bubba Wallace got 25 points where Eric Jones only gets 21. Then 11th on back, they just count down by 1. For Eric Jones, the pole sitter, he's 11th in standings. And then Kevin Harvick, very bad day. Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Truex, they all have a lot of ground to make up. Larson as well, who came across the line in 23rd today. Definitely got a lot of ground to make up here as we check out those race results. Once again, Chase Briscoe taking the win today. Chase Elliott gets a top 5 despite getting some damage. Check out your top 20 finishers. Shout out to Corey LaJoie getting a top 20 finish for Spire. Daniel Suarez rallies to finish 14th from starting in the back. Then there's Larson in 23rd, Harvick in 31st. Well, that will do it from here, everybody. Thank you for watching. Again, special shout out to Jack Mitchell and Altitude Graphics. You're awesome, man. We'll see you next week at Skyline Super Speedway. This is JG24, JM26, signing out.